Hello and welcome to another Team Intelligence Hints and Tips updates to unify your team. Hi, I'm Greg Boas, CEO of Boas and Associates. This week I wanted to look at the next part of designing your dream team. And this week we're going to look at tips to do with recruitment and team retention. Things to help you out to build your dream team and to help you avoid some of those pitfalls which are built into having a team. We all know that building a team is obviously challenging, and especially when you recruit a person that doesn't necessarily fit into the team or doesn't work out. These things are inevitable. Staff turnover can be planned for, but when you do hire a person and they don't work out, I've seen recent statistics show that it can actually cost you between half and 2/3 of their salary in lost productivity, recruitment costs, advertising, etc. So it is really important for you to really get a grasp on what you're looking for in a team member, also to really understand what the role requires. And by understanding what the role requires, you then know roughly what the behavioural traits of the person that you need to actually fill that role. That'll mean that you'll have more success longer term. There'll be less staff turnover. Now, I think there's three things that we should look at as part of the recruitment tips this week. And the first one is about culture fit. And when you're employing people to fit into your team culture, your organizational culture, it's really important to be clear on what the culture is of your organization. If you have a very service-driven culture in your organization, then you'll obviously want to employ people that are very service-focused, that really have that drive of relationships and services in their value set. So that's the first one. The second one is, as I just mentioned, a values fit. Now, a lot of people don't tend to know what their values are, and if they don't know what their values are in the recruitment process or the interview process, you can generally ask them what's important to them, and you can understand by them saying, customer service, relationships, making sure people are happy, those sorts of things. They will actually give you a window into what their values are, and it's important to understand and be clear on what your organizational values are. And they need to be some sort of fit. They don't necessarily need to be a complete match between the staff, the team members, and the organization, but there needs to be at least one, two, or maybe three. And by having those values matched, there's more chance that the person will be more deeply connected to the organization. They will give more, they will perform better, and they will have their heart in the organization rather than someone just turning up for their job. The third tip that I wanted to look at was the behavioural attributes fit. Now, what I mean by that is when you're designing a team or when you've got a role in mind that you're needing to obviously fill, whether it's new or occupied at the moment and someone's leaving and you're needing to bring in someone new, there's particular attributes that are the role requirements. They're the processes that are needed to be done, whether it's an accounts person doing the finances for the organization, whether it's the order processing part of the administration, whether it's the the secretarial administrative support side of things. What's the process for answering the phone? Are they friendly? Does all the posts get done on a particular time? That sort of thing. So when you understand what's required in the role, you can then get a better understanding as the type of person that you would want to fill that role. Now, I use a behavioral profiling tool called Extended Disc, and what I do is I work with my clients to actually work out what does the role require, and then what type of behavioral fit do we actually need for the person to bring to the role for it to be successful long term. And what they can do is we can build a design or a structure of a template type of blueprint for the role. And then by knowing what behavioural attributes are required, I can then go and help them, and we can profile the applicants. They then come through, we see if they're a fit, organise an interview, have a chat with them. Now, if you're not actually using a profiling tool, it's very hard for you to actually understand. And as we know, that just because someone has a lot of experience on their resume in a particular role doing a particular thing doesn't mean it comes naturally to them. So if it doesn't come naturally to them, if they're a big picture type person and they're in a detail role, it doesn't come naturally to them. So what they'll find is they'll get frustrated, they'll get stressed, they won't enjoy their work so much, and it'll cause conflict in the team. Now that's something that can be brought up before they're even started in the role by doing a behavioural profiling tool profile such as the extended disc personal analysis. That's basically a wrap up today of the 3 tips that I had, guys. That was the cultures fit, values fit, and the behavioural attributes fit. I trust that's been of value. If you would like more information, or if you would understand a bit more about the team intelligence model and how it can help your team get to the next level, send me an email via Greg, Greg, at Boas, BOASEAND Associates, ASSOCIATES.com. That's Greg at boasandassociates.com. We'll get in touch and we can have a chat about how the team intelligence diagnostic can help you. Until next week, thanks very much for watching.